Today is a very special day because Simon Amstell is on the phone. Hello, Simon.
Hello, Adam.
How are you?
I'm very good, and how are you?
I'm okay, considering how early it is as a student.
Oh, yeah, it's true. It's true, I suppose. What is it, 10:35?
It is, yes.
Well, thank you for waking up.
No problem at all. Yes, Simon Amstell is, of course, the former host of Pop World and Nevermind the Buzzcocks, although we won't dwell on that too much today. He's also the star and co-writer of Grandma's House, and most recently written and directed the mockumentary Carnage, set in utopian 2067 society, looks back on the meat and dairy industry of today. And we'll talk about that a little bit later if that's okay. But first of all, Simon,
Yes.
I must admit, this is quite daunting for me because you are, in my eyes at least, the king of interviews from your Pop World days. And I was wondering, could you give me any kind of hot tips for this interview and any others that I might do?
Yes. Just be kind.
I like that. That's very good.
Just be really kind. I don't know. What do you mean? Who do you normally interview? What's your... I think just be curious, right? Whatever you're interested in. I mean, the point is to find out things. So whatever you're interested in, ask questions about it, probably.
Good. Be curious. Okay.
There you go.
I like that. Okay, so your new comedy tour is called What Is This?
Yes.
It kicks off in September, comes to the Warwick Arts Centre on the 7th of October. First of all, I'd like to ask, how many interviews so far have asked the question, what is this tour about? And then what is this tour about?
I guess 3.
Including me?
No, you're the 4th.
Okay, good.
Would you like to know what is this is about?
I would love to, if that's okay.
There's a few different things, I suppose, Adam. One, it's about me being a bit happier than I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Having gone to Peru and drunk ayahuasca and got to the root of my depression and been in a relationship for 5 years and done other things like... something that may be a bit too illegal to discuss on raw student radio, but things that probably your listeners will relate to, like taking maybe the occasional illegal drug in order to feel some actual intimacy and connection in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And there's stuff about my dad, as there usually is. I think I get to some sort of healing place where I feel like everything's going to be okay with him. There's stuff about going to a sex party. There's stuff about self-hate, all the usual sort of thing, you know.
Fantastic. We'll get more onto the comedy world in just a sec. If it's cool with you, I'd like to talk a little bit about Carnage.
Yes.
In other interviews, you've said how you had to kind of strike a balance between being preachy and being funny, so the audience doesn't feel judged. And I watched it the other day with my girlfriend, actually, who is a vegetarian, but I'm not. We both enjoyed it very much. I was wondering, for you, in the writing process, how hard was it to kind of find that golden balance?
It was quite tricky because some of the subject matter was so upsetting. So not that you can't, I mean, the best comedy comes out of tragedy, but sometimes I would just feel really upset and not necessarily be in the mood to write a musical from a cow's perspective where she sings about her child being stolen from her so that we can have her milk. But I think I know how to be a bit funny, so I was playing to a strength, I suppose, depending on who you ask. And I guess we just did our best. We just thought every time we say something that's really upsetting, we just have to be really funny about it as well, and then it will be a watchable thing that could make people laugh as well as feel things and perhaps change their behaviour, because it's so horrific, Adam. How are you not a vegan by now?
You know what? To be honest, having watched that, I did find myself thinking about things that I haven't before. So well done for that.
And so, how long do you think it will be until you've? What are you drinking? Are you drinking the milk from cows?
I am. I'm afraid.
Okay.
Yep.
So you can't keep doing that, surely, because that would be insane to do, right?
Yeah, I might just finish my carton because I'm on a budget.
Yeah, sure. Okay,
and then
finish the carton.
and then finish that.
Otherwise, it's just insulting. Yeah, and then what about things like... Well, do you want me to be asking you these questions?
Say again.
Do you want me to be asking you these questions? I mean, do you want to talk about your diet? Or?
I mean, it wasn't on my plan, but I mean, if you want to.
Because what was upsetting to me about Carnage, having seen it be so well received in the press and online, I then went to a dinner party and somebody told me they liked it, but they were eating a sausage in front of me.
Oh, that's awful.
I couldn't quite understand how they'd enjoyed it and were still carrying on as they were.
That is awful.
So, yeah. But it sounds like you're going to carry on as you are, Adam.
Well, we'll see. I'll keep you updated. How's that?
Please keep me updated.
Okay. Now, of course, as well as comedy, Simon, you do lead a double life in Hollywood under the pseudonym Jesse Eisenberg. How's that going for you?
Yeah, that's true. Well, he's that my double is doing very well. He's doing all right, so that's just nice to see every now and then.
Let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in the same room as him?
No.
There's a conspiracy here.
Well, what do you think? We're just the same person? I think he's a lot more talented than me, and that's how you can probably tell the difference.
I am curious though. Have you ever been genuinely mistaken for him on the street?
Yes, somebody was a big fan of... Is he in a Superman film?
Yes, I believe so.
I was in the Curzon Cinema in London, and the guy was very excited to see what I thought was me.
That is amazing.
And then he said, I've got to get a... What's the name of the guy who's the baddie?
Lex Luthor.
Yeah, he's like, I've got to get a picture with Lex Luthor. And I was like, oh... You think I'm someone else?
That is fantastic. That must have been so degrading.
Yeah, so then I went to see my film, and then I came out and passed by the sort of bar where he was working, and he said I've figured it out, and I said, oh good, but he still didn't want a photo of me. It was like he just explained that he realised that I wasn't who he really was excited about.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, you have had, let's say, interesting relationship with fame over your career.
Yeah, go on.
Your stand-up, obviously, is intensely personal. We learn a lot about you as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering, does it ever become problematic on a day-to-day basis? Does it freak you out that so many people know so much about your life?
Occasionally something will happen where I sort of meet someone new and they tell me something about me that I've forgotten that I revealed. That happens occasionally. But What would perturb me more would be if all the shameful things in my head stayed in my head.
Right.
I think it's so healing to be able to say all these things out loud, and then people laugh, and I feel like I'm not alone because it feels like they feel the same things.
Yeah.
So, as peculiar as that is, maybe it isn't that peculiar. Maybe what's peculiar is that we don't always reveal who we are to each other, and we're not affectionate with each other, and we're not open and kind. I'm not interested in really a world where everyone is just sort of polite and detached. I'd rather everyone was like me.
Yeah.
Impolite and oversharing.
Very good, very good. For the next section, I've trawled the depths of Twitter.
Okay.
And I want your reaction in one sentence, however brutal or kind.
Oh my God. Okay.
If that's okay.
Go on.
So the first tweet comes from a guy called Sean Payne.
Are these people who have written into you, like via Twitter? Have you asked?
Well, I've searched your name, and these they mention you in one way or another.
Cool. Okay. And what you want me to just respond in any way?
In one sentence, if that's okay. I'm going to limit you.
Okay.
Okay. So first one comes from Sean Payne, and he says, "Starting a petition. Bring back Buzzcocks. Only if Simon Amstell will host." Reaction?
There's a best of DVD that can be purchased.
Amazing. Okay. Next tweet comes from a guy called Gonzo Steel, which would definitely be the name of my band if I had one. He says, "Thanks to you, I can't even look at dairy without hearing raping cows. Third day, no animal products. How do you feel?"
Very good.
Good. Short and sweet. That's very good. Okay. Number 3 out of 4 comes from Toby, and he says, and I quote, "Simon Amstell or Jesse Eisenberg? No question mark. I'm not sure what that is, but your reaction, please."
We did this.
We did do this.
We did this, Adam, already.
I'll just redirect him to that part of the interview.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Or cut out that bit of, I don't know what to do about that. I mean, for me, if you want some tips on interviewing,
yes,
I would say that would fall under repetition.
Okay.
If I was to be really annoying.
So I was trying to go for a running joke throughout.
Oh, I see. It was a callback.
Yeah, callback.
Oh, I apologise. Sorry. Yeah,
no
you're
problem.
Right.
I probably should take it from you. You're the pro.
No, I think maybe I didn't spot that it was a callback.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, you edit this in any way you see fit.
Thank you for understanding.
Okay.
Last tweet comes from a girl called Ada, who strangely has your picture as her profile picture.
Oh, good.
She says, "I've run out of Simon Amstell videos to watch, so I keep watching the same videos over and over again with a crying GIF, with a GIF of a crying woman. What's your reaction?"
She should see my stand-up show.
I like that. That's very good.
That would be the solution, wouldn't it?
Probably.
There you go.
Okay, so for the last bit, Simon, I'd like to do some quick-fire questions.
Okay.
Get ready for another callback.
Oh, okay, all right then. Can I answer them slowly, or do I have to answer them quickly?
Quick fire.
Okay, all right, okay.
So, question number 1. Adventureland or Zombieland?
Adventureland.
Good. Question number 2. Favourite BBC Two comedy pop quiz panel show?
Let me see. Shooting Stars.
Amazing, good. Number 3. Favourite go-to vegan snack food and or drink?
Hang on. Snack food. I don't really get involved in snacks.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Hang on. Or drink. This is a very boring answer.
This wasn't very quick fire, as I imagined.
Sorry. Okay. For me, water is delicious, and I can't think of what snack. I used to quite like Nature's Valley bars, but I don't even know if they're even vegan. I don't know if there might be some honey in there.
We could go for breakfast, maybe?
Okay, come on then, Adam.
Yeah.
I like. I don't know. I really like porridge in the morning.
Good. Okay. Porridge.
It's a breakfast question.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Number 4. Which Spice Girl are you?
Wow, this is a really 90s question. Hang on. Yeah, I think I'm. God, it's a difficult question. Even though I could have been thinking about it for the last 20 years. I think I'm Jerry Halliwell.
Good.
Yeah.
If I knew who that was, I'd give you some insight there.
What do you mean? You don't know who she is?
I just put the question in. I don't know who they are, I'm afraid.
What are you talking about?
That's always a good question to throw in, isn't it? Which Spice Girl are you?
How old are you?
I am 20.
Right. Yeah, the Spice Girls are what? Just some weird thing that happened in the past you're not fully aware of.
Not fully aware, I'm afraid, no.
But still aware enough to sort of think, well, that would be a good...
Yeah, I've heard interviews with it, but not enough yet.
Okay, wow, that's so funny.
Okay, final question, Simon.
Yes.
What is the secret to keeping your hair so fresh looking?
I think it's being a Jew and feeling constantly insecure that it isn't going to move in the correct manner.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's that. Because I don't have... It's not manageable... It's always surprising when people comment on my hair like it's a thing to aspire to, because I saw a friend the other day who's so beautiful, and I thought I'd sort of stopped feeling any attraction to him, and then he took his hat off and his hair was still delicious. And if I put a hat on right now and then took it off, I'd have to shower again and just start my whole day again.
The hat ruins you.
Yeah.
Well, that's a shame.
There you go.
Anyway, Simon, it's been a pleasure. You are genuinely one of my comedy heroes, so this has been great.
Oh, thanks. You've been my favourite part of the day so far.
Thank you. It's very early, but I'll take that compliment nonetheless. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Simon Amstell brings his latest comedy tour to the Warwick Arts Centre on the 7th of October. Tickets can be bought via the Warwick Arts Centre website or simonamstell.com.